It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. And I feel fine.
Be nice if I could touch your body. I know not everybody has got a body like you, but I gotta think twice before I give my heart away. And I know all the games you play because I play them too, baby. Storm covers here and we're in effect. Want you to push it back. Moving by day, even at night. Working up a sweat. Come on, girl, let's go show the guys that we know how to become number one in a hot body show. Now push it. This one goes out to my love. This one goes out to the one I've left behind.
Well, good morning, coffee beans. 2 days in a row. Is this going to become a regular thing again? Who knows? So, anyway, hopefully you guys had a good night's rest, and hopefully your days are all starting off on a good note. And anyway, let's just get into it. Let's just see, because we had a few things happen. Got a couple little updates on a story we talked about yesterday, so we're gonna update on that a little bit. For those of you who may not have seen this, just remember, you don't wash your coffee cups. You just refill them. Okay, you just refill them. So yesterday, like I said, I'm doing my best to not, but this is a subject, or this is a story that has just completely and totally went off the rails. Like I said yesterday, Mr. Beast and his team is definitely due some scrutiny, definitely due some criticism for some of their decisions, their hiring practices. Without a doubt, that needs to be looked at, questioned, and there needs to be some accountability there. However, this dude Dog Pack in Row, and what they've so they have so muddied the water, and they've so botched this thing to the point to where they've actually taken focus off of the questionable, we'll put that way, the questionable things that Mr. Beast and his team has done, and has put the focus, the limelight, if you will, onto them. What is that, you say? Well, I'll tell you. So, Nicholas Diorio, the little pit bull that he is, excuse me, got a little frog in my throat this morning. Anyway, did a stream yesterday where he dropped what I would deem a nuclear bomb. He has gotten access to some of this very same group chat in question, and as you can see here in these screenshots of a tweet that he put out, when this was created on June 19th, 2019, says Ava MB created the group, says, I created this chat for NSFW memes because the other people in the dumpster fire one are normies, So he 100%, according to what is being shown here, that when this chat was created, it was a non-company meme chat, right? Just for posting memes, things that maybe were irreverent. It was even by the very description, not safe for work in SFW. So forth. Nick reached out to Dog Pack, as he shows here in this screenshot of DMs, and he didn't respond before he went live, and discussed this. Nicholas then goes on to say the main tweet Rosanna is banking on is dated July 25th, 2021. This is notably after nearly every single screenshot she released in her coverage of the group chat across both X and YouTube. This is when the chat became Mr. Beast's main and old members were replaced. This is the entire, quote, work chat. So yeah, you lied, you doubled down, and you lied again, and then he gives her the middle finger emoji. And so it doesn't end there. He says, if 99% of what you showed was a full year for was a work chat, including every remotely damning screenshot, you completely lost the plot and misframed the entire allegation. So yeah, also video I posted is literally 20 seconds and you've already lied. Chris changed the chat, not Jimmy. Here's a message of Jimmy literally telling people this chat is dead and keep work out of it. So there you go. John Smith, don't message in a random group chat. It probably won't get answered correctly. DM Allie, I think it's her video. Anyway, so that being said, it's not looking, there's more and more stuff that's coming out, where, Dogpack and Row have just completely totally butchered this. And again, like I said, there are some definite things that Mr. Beast and his teams, or teams, whichever the case may be, need to be addressed, critiqued, criticism, so forth. Anyway, moving along, because it's a day that ends in Y, Fousey had another meltdown, another episode, if you will, last night. He had started a 30-day marathon over on his Kick channel. Um, there was a incident that occurred where um, his one of his team, I believe it was a cameraman, um, inadvertently leaked some information. Well, he didn't so much leak it himself or them or herself. I don't know if it was, I think it was maybe the person didn't leak it. What happened was he came into a room where Fuzi, or into a setting where Fuzi was, and was talking about a I guess an album, a music album or something that Fuzi is in the process of recording and stuff that's supposed to be released in 3 weeks. And I know everybody's going to jump right out there and go watch that because, you know, Fuzi is the recording artist that everybody just loves and desires to get that next hot, you know, track right off of the Fuzi train there. But anyway, he leaked, he was talking about some of the stuff which was not supposed to go live for like another 3 weeks. Fuzi got very upset with this person as the night progressed and went on, or the day progressed, went on. He got more and more upset. He ended up getting into an altercation with this person. He punched them, called them some slurs. If you're wanting to see any and all of that, you can 100% go check out Drama Alert Twitter feed. They have all the videos, the clips and snips and stuff here. But you know, and some I don't know exactly what this. It is a Fuzi2 video. He's basically talking about because of the contract he has with Kick, he is not going to, he can't go to like Twitch or some other platform to even continue his 30-day plan that he had for streaming. So again, like I said, because it's just another simple day that ends in Y. FuziTube is having another episode. He has assaulted and has fired his production team around him, and has what looks like assaulted one of them in a fight. I'm not going to show that clip because he says a couple of slurs that are well, they're just not term of service friendly. If you know what I mean. One of the words that he hurls, that he hurls at the former employee is one of the words that, if you remember, there was a clip back in the day where he was singing along with a song, and he says the N word, and then he gets all upset and say, "Oh, I never said that, I never said that word." Well, he said it again, and he said it with his full chest, and also calls the dude a slur that is generally reserved for homosexual men. And yeah, so he really just went right out there and got into it and got the good stuff, right? Pretty idiot. Fuzi isn't cut out for the type of major popularity, especially the kind of from being internet famous. Fuzi has got. I think it's a safe assumption. Fuzi has got some mental issues, and I don't know if he gets on his, if he kind of gets some help, and then he gets medications and things to kind of get everything kind of balanced out and whatever, and then he kind of gets off of them. I don't know really what that cycle is, or because Fuzi is, again, one of these creators that I just don't consume. I don't watch. I don't find anything that he does entertaining. I don't find he just. I know a lot of people like to watch him just because of the train wreck that is his life, but I personally, I don't really get enjoyment watching somebody destroy their lives. But that's just me, and I'm just an old softy, I guess, whatever. Yeah, he lets madness take over. Yeah, without a doubt, he allows the chaos, the insanity to just to run amok. But anyway, so that's just a couple of little things that are out there. I'm sure there will be some of the other creators will continue to cover. Especially the dog pack. The dog pack and row is going to be something that's going to continue going on and on and on. Yesterday, I did watch I watched the most recent video by one of the creators I like and I support, um, Willie Mack. Um, Willie Mack. Let's see here. Let me get this up here. Pull this over here. So Willie Mack put out a video a few days ago, and I just finally got to watch it. Sneeko, he's, he, uh, well, you can see it there. He's racist. He's washed up. He's from red pill to supremacist. Uh, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good video. It's a little over an hour long, but it was very ingestible, and like I say, it's a good watch. If you haven't, maybe you've watched Willie in the past, or maybe you're not familiar with his work, give him a little check out. He's pretty good. You can find him at the Willie Mack show. They're on YouTube. But like I say, he's one of the creators that that anyway. But I was watching that video, and there's another one, Sneeko, that has chameleon I think is a good descriptive term for him. He just he started off with one thing, and then he changed his appearance and colors and stuff, whatever, to fit in with another group, and then another group and another group, and so and now I guess he's kind of hanging with Nick Fuentes and some of those losers. Um, Again, there's another person that had a shot at I guess a decent career. He seemed to have quite a fan base and following, and now he's just self-destructing, absolutely self-destructing. Anyway, let's see what else here. Okay, so let's take a look. I've got some just nonsensical little videos and stuff that we're going to check out this morning, and kind of watch. So let's see here. How do I want to do this? So this video, it's got I don't know, looks like a log ride or something like that. It got this young man here. I guess like he's. Well, let's see what happens. Not bad. That glass is so clean, it looks like it's going to come in there and just drown this kid. But it doesn't get him. That's pretty funny. Mediocre. That's kind of almost like a GG palate cleanser. Yeah. Let's see what. Okay, this one here I found was pretty cool. This guy here, this tourist, is over in Japan, and what I found kind of funny about this guy is his voice reminded me of another creator. But what this guy's upset about is that he's in Japan, right? He's over touring in another country, and he's upset because they're not speaking English to him. So right off the bat, the guy's a grade A. He's just an idiot. You go to another country, it's a little bit, presumptuous of you to sit there and think, well, everybody speaks English. They don't. You go to another country, where they speak a different language, you need to go there and be prepared in some way, some form or manner to be able to communicate with them. Using Google Translate, or you maybe hire a translator to go along around with you, what have you. Um, there's there, but to just sit there and anyway, listen to this cat.
This may not aggravate a lot of you, but it does aggravate me since I've been in Japan for so long. It's when they have a foreigner work at a place like this Larson. Now, this Larson is one of the worst out of all the places I go to. You walk in as a foreigner, they don't know you, but they start speaking Japanese to you. You speak English to them, and they continue insisting on speaking Japanese. If you ask them about it, they'll say, "Oh, koko wa Nihon. This is Japan." Well, I'm sorry, I just heard you speaking to your co-worker in your language. You don't know that I speak Japanese. Stop it. Speak Japanese to Japanese. So I just had this case with this girl here, and they insist on keep speaking Japanese. Now, in addition to that, there's a line of 3 or 4 people behind us, and I hear her speaking Japanese to them, and her Japanese isn't as bad as mine, but I mean, come on. Speak English to the foreigners, and speak Japanese to the Japanese. Stop trying to treat me like I'm Japanese from the get-go when you don't know who I am. Foreigners walk in, you don't know if I'm a tourist. Treat me like a tourist.
So what kind of so the guy's stance is pretty stupid, but it's the fact that his voice, it kind of reminded me of DSP. Just that high pitched nasally, and like I said, his argument is pretty is it's just kind of stupid, right? Irrespective if you're a quote foreigner or not, you go into someone else. It's like it's kind of like coming someone coming into the United States from a foreign country, right? And expecting us to speak that language. Now, if they have somebody that is bilingual and speaks that language, and they have that there as a courtesy, well, that's fine. That's no problem, right? But again, if you're traveling, it doesn't matter if you're a U.S. citizen or whatever, or you're from a country that primarily speaks English, and you go to a country where their language is not English. That it could be whatever. It could be Japanese. It could be Spanish, Chinese, whatever. Right? Spanish. You need to be able to communicate, and that's on you. That is your responsibility. If the business hires employees that are bilingual and can communicate in that's a courtesy, and it's not a bad practice, right? It's not a bad practice to have that to extend to, especially if it's if your business is kind of a tourist centric business, right? It's good to have where you have people that are bilingual and that can communicate, but it's not a necessity. And I think it's a little bit much for that guy to just have that attitude of, oh well, they should speak to me in English just because I'm a foreigner. I think that's stupid. All right, so everybody knows, right, that tomorrow is Halloween, right? So I thought it would be good for us to have a little bit of a video here, and this is kind of cool, right? So they've got their bowls of candy set for the kids, and then they've got a cooler here, right, for adults, and maybe there's some adult a little adult libation. Maybe there's a cold beer or something like that in there for the adults, for those adults walking their kids around. Maybe some water or something like that in there, kind of because it looks like there's cacti stuff. So I assume this is kind of a more warm climate. But anyway, I just thought it was kind of cool. This is kind of neat. That that they're doing this for the adults, and
Oh yeah, we can go there.
See, now I thought that was cool. They still, because some kids, right? You terrorize the kids, and yeah, you make them not necessarily. I mean, I know Halloween's time for scary and stuff like that, right? But scare the parents. I thought that was good. That was, to me, was kind of cool, because you would do that to the parents, and not the kids, because then the kids can laugh at the parents, and hope now here's the thing you get. What's the word before? You have to be a cautionary tale here, or whatever, right? Is you scare an adult like that, you could get a little punch in the snoot, a little snoot punch, and so that might not necessarily be a good thing. But anyway. All right. So in this next, I don't think it's necessarily going on anymore, per se, or maybe it's not to the degree it was. But at one point in time, there was this thing going on where there was this. And I don't think it was ever serious or anything, but this kind of back and forth on TikTok, and maybe on YouTube a little bit or whatever, where it was like the different generations, like the Gen Z and millennials and Gen X, and how the Gen Zs were kind of going at the Gen X, and Gen X was kind of going at the Gen Zs, and kind of making little, funny little videos and stuff back and forth, right? And so anyway, I come across this video. This was kind of because, again, trying to do some digging research, whatever, to kind of different little videos to watch. We could kind of whatever. This guy is called, the YouTube channel is called the Dad Bod Veteran, and he's got 107,000 subscribers. And anyway, this video is from about a year ago. But anyway, I found this video kind of interesting. So let's just take a little look and watch it here.
Have y'all noticed that Gen X is just disappeared in the abyss? Like, what are they doing? Are they working jobs? Like, because they're not doing barbecues. They're not doing family events. They're not watching the grandkids. Like, what are they doing?
Madam, you've highlighted some great points on the ways in which you think.
This guy's voice I found was I'm not for sure exactly what accent that it is. I think it's like maybe possibly a little bit of Scottish. I think it's definitely from the European. But anyway, so but anyway, let's just continue here.
The Gen X has failed you, so on behalf of an entire generation, allow me to sarcastically apologize. But you see, we've been doing all of those things for far too long, and we're still doing those today. Yes, we've been taking care of the house, cleaning, cooking before our parents got home, only to be sent to our rooms for God knows what.
Mm-hmm.
We've been taking care of the lawns on the weekends, and for most of us, we were working full-time jobs by the time we were teenagers.
Yes, we were.
We're still doing that today because, well, we have to take care of our elderly boomer parents before they move on to Valhalla.
Yep.
And we're still probably paying bills for you. And honestly, we're quite tired of it. And some of us are transitioning into that period where we're just going to sit in the sun for a little while before we make our own journey to Valhalla. And honestly, it's your turn to take over this earth. It's no longer our responsibility to raise your children, to do those things, work those jobs, pay your bills. It's no longer our journey. It's yours. The quicker you...
So, and I think this guy's kind of making some valid points here. I think we are kind of we're getting to a stage, whatever we are, kind of transitioning, right? My generation, Gen X, I think they refer to us sometimes as the forgotten generation. there's a lot of jokes and memes. It's like, oh, I drink from a garden hose. Why? You didn't have a sink? No, because we weren't allowed back in the house. When as a child growing up, um, if the weather was nice outside, like if it wasn't storming, raining, or if it wasn't like 105 degrees or what have you, um, me and my siblings, um, and other neighborhood children, whatever, we were expected to be outside. We weren't expected to be underfoot. We weren't, we would have chores every day that we were required to do. They, it could be yard work, or it could be work in the garden. It could be catch me outside about that. Nobody wants to cast you outside, Seth. You're a little goblin queen. But I know myself personally, within the next, 5 years or so, I'm getting ready to slow way down. Retire from work, to sit on my porch and have coffee, watch the sun come up, listen to the birds chirp, that sort of thing. That's kind of where I'm heading, what I'm wanting to do. So, you know, mm. But let's listen to more of what this what's this guy's name again? The dad bod veteran.
You realize it, the better off you'll be. One more point of advice. Might I recommend that you check yourself before you wreck yourself? Because you see, poking the Gen X bear is not a good idea. And while we are for the most part quiet and calm, we are a ferocious tiger that when poked, we're probably going to rip your arms off and beat you with it. So please, next time, restrain from saying that Gen X is not doing something, because I promise you, if you were to look in the mirror, you'd realize that it's not our job to do it.
Exactly. Not our job to do it anymore. It's y'all's. It's this, we've good, bad, and different. You see what you say, again, every generation that comes through, the ones before us, the greatest generation, then the boomers, right? Now, me, Gen X, and then millennials, Gen Z. Every generation makes mistakes. We do good things, we do bad things, we make mistakes. And hopefully the generations that come after us, they see these mistakes that we make, and they learn from those mistakes and they don't repeat them. That's the hope. That's the and so I know a lot of times, myself included, we kind of we talk disparagingly, right? Sometimes we um, run down, and rightfully so. Because let's just be honest, sometimes some of the stuff that the millennials and the Gen Z, some of the times things you guys do just really are just make you scratch your head, right? And I understand that it's not indicative of the entire generation. Some of these knotheads, right? But you know, they're unfortunately the ones that's getting the limelight, right? And so you just kind of have to sit there and go, man, what the hell? But anyway, I wanted to share a video as we kind of as I kind of wrap this thing up today. Um, and this is coming from a creator by the name of Zach Rushing. Now, Zach Rushing, um, he has over 410,000 subscribers to his YouTube channel. And I'm not for sure exactly how Mr. Rushing is. I'm going to say he probably is end of the Gen Z, first of the millennial type era. I think that's kind of probably where he kind of falls. But he's starting a business, and he's starting a outdoors venture where he, well, not like a store that does sporting goods, outdoor good camping equipment, things of that stuff, right? And he's hiring staff. You got to, when you're starting a business, when you're going to be an entrepreneur, right? And you're starting a business, you got to hire employees and stuff, right? And this story, when I heard this, it kind of touched me a little bit. It kind of, and what it did was, it was a gentle reminder that not all of the Gen Zs and stuff are like Jack Doherty. They're not all morons. They're not all sneakos, right? They're not all idiots. You look at the millennials, they're not all like the Fousey tubes, right? Or, people like that. They're not, you have really shining examples that really gives hope, or at least does to me, that, I think we're going to be okay. I think we're going to be okay. But anyway, let's just watch this video. Let's see, can I get up where it's a little bit bigger? Yeah, I like that. A little bit zoomed in, a little bit more. But anyway, let's watch this video here and listen to a story.
Let me tell y'all a story about a young man who just re-energized my entire faith that the future generations may not be fucked like Chuck. I am opening up an outdoor store in Diaville, Mississippi, and we're going to have live bait and corn and feeders and shooting houses and rods and reels and all the good shit, right? Anyway, I had a job interview this afternoon, 4:45, and not for me, but a young man put in a job application with me. He wants to come work for me at the new store. So I had a meeting with him. I called him in for a job interview. He come in to the office, sat down, talked to me. But when he came in for his job interview, his dad come in right beside him and sat down right beside him. His dad was...
Now, when he first got to this point, and he's sitting there and he's telling the story about this young man coming in with his dad sitting beside him, I was like, what? Why would you have your dad or your parent, whatever the case, mother, father, whatever it didn't make, your parent, come in and attend an interview with you, right? Because you shouldn't be, I think the youngest you can work in the States maybe is 15, right? You can be 15 to work, but you have to have parents' permission. There's a form you have to sign or whatever. But even then, at the age of 15, you should have, I believe, you should possess the abilities to carry on a conversation, to answer questions, and a basic, especially, this is not a high-end job interview. This is I'm sure this is a position for, like, helping customers carry feed corn or something like that for out to a truck, or maybe stocking the shelves or whatever. We're not talking about very demanding job as far as the gray matter goes. But anyway, let's just continue listening to this story. So, because I jump to conclusions, and when that happens, a lot of times you wind up with a little egg on your face, and I kind of did a little bit on this story. But anyway, continue listening to Zach here.
Was just as nice as he could possibly be. Very nice man. But I thought it was a little bit weird at first. But then I got to thinking about it. I was like, this young man is maybe 15, maybe 16 years old. This might be his first job interview he's ever had for in his life. So his daddy wants to make sure that his little ass is in there conducting himself the proper way in a job interview. And I respect that. It took me a minute to realize what was going on, but I respect that, because we ain't got enough parents that are hands-on with their kids these days. I like that shit. Anyway, we went through the whole process, and I told him what his duty was going to be working for me, and the respect that I require to not only me and the other staff members, but also the customers, and what his duties were going to be. And he was accepting, and he was real respectful and everything like that. I really liked him. I did. I saw him as a good young man, had his head on straight. Well, at the end of the interview, I stood up to shake both their hands. I shook his daddy's hand, and I shook his hand. And as soon as I shook his hand, he looked over at his daddy and he said, "Excuse me, Dad, but can I have a minute alone with Mr. Zach?" His dad.
Now this is where the the interview takes a little bit of a turn. And so I'm gonna do my best to not interrupt or more rest so and I don't so I'm gonna just kind of let the video play because I don't want to interrupt it. But Zach, kind of was like I was like, well, that's a little bit strange, right? With the dad, right? It's a little bit of a strange situation with the dad, but I mean that's a good of a I guess explanation, whatever. Dad wanted to kind of be there to kind of help, uh, their child through the process, maybe put some nerves at ease or whatever, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, I guess. And so, as the employer, the owner of the business, Zach was okay with. So, at the end of the day, does it matter? And the answer was no. And so Zach was cool with it, whatever. But anyway, really listen to what this young man now says, this conversation that this young man has with Zach.
He said, absolutely, son. So his daddy walked out into the retail store, which is still under construction. But he walked out into there and left me and that young man in there by ourselves. The young man looked at me and said, Mr. Zach, I got to let you know why I'm here. I said, all right, buddy, I thought you wanted a job. He said, no, I do want a job, sir, I do. But I'm letting you know why I'm here, so maybe you can have a little bit more faith in me. I said, all right, well, what you got going on? He said, my daddy told me I didn't have to get a job. I make straight A's. My dad does relatively well. I'm here to try to prove something to my daddy. And I said, all right, what you trying to prove to your daddy for working at an outdoor store, buddy? He said, my mom and dad, when I was coming up, always said over and over and over, and my daddy especially said that me and your mama's a team. We're a team. On a team, you can accomplish anything. If you got two mules pulling a wagon, and one of them sitting on their ass and one of them's pulling, you ain't gonna go nowhere. But if you got two mules pulling that wagon as a team, you can accomplish some stuff. I said, well, my daddy used to say the same thing, buddy. He said, yeah, but my mama done run off. And she done found her a new boyfriend, and she's gone, and I can see the hurt in my dad's eyes. I said, I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. He said, yeah, I am too, but it's life, and I'm learning that life ain't always pretty. And I said, buddy, you have no idea. Just wait till you get to be like 21, 22 when the real world hits. You ain't got no idea what's in store for you. This is a cold, cold world out there. He said, I'm starting to learn that, sir. But I'm here today against my daddy's wishes. Even though he's with me, he keeps on telling me I do not have to get no job. But I want to get this job just to show him that just because his teammate run off don't mean he's the only one left standing. I might have been on the B team, but I'm ready to move up to varsity, and I want to show my daddy that no matter what, he's always going to have somebody on his team, and that's me. And y'all, I am way too big to be getting emotional, especially in front of people that I really don't know, like 15, 16-year-old boys. That hit me square in the heartstrings. I'm talking about.
Some wholesome content, yeah. So, and that's kind of, what I try or strive to do on this show. Yeah, we talk about some silly nonsense, idiotic people like we did at the beginning of the show. And then we talk about some stuff that's, really nonsensical and things like that, right? Old and senile, that's me, old and senile. But just hearing this story. Now, I don't know if the story is true. I don't know. I don't know if Zach is just telling a story to inspire or to get the clicks and the views. I don't know, but I want to believe that that's a true story, and that young man is standing shoulder to shoulder with his dad. Because Zach's right. The world is a cold, heartless place sometimes, and sometimes divorces do happen with couples. And when that happens, it can, especially if it with the spouse that's kind of left behind, as it were, because the other one goes out and finds somebody else to love and to share their life with or whatever, and so you're kind of left behind, as it were. it's important, so for this young man to kind of step up and say, "Hey, Dad, there's still a team here." I just thought that was kind of good. And it's kind of sad. It's kind of a sad story, but I also think that it's kind of a wholesome, good story, and I think it's one to we can kind of in a good ending note or whatever. Now, I've got um, I've got a few minutes still to kill. It's too early for these emotions. It's never too early for emotions, right? Emotions are kind of like coffee. You can never ever it can never ever be too early for coffee or emotions. So, well, if you haven't had coffee yet, that's a you problem, maggot. You should have been up earlier and drinking. So, anyway, if you are so inclined that we don't have to talk about anything that I discussed today, or if you want to talk about something that we've discussed this morning, we can do that as well. Um, Hop in the Discord, hop in the waiting to call, and I'll pull you in, and we can have a conversation and we can talk about anything. Doesn't matter. Yes, I'm up early and drinking. That's what I do every morning. I get up early and I drink coffee. But like I said, if there's anybody out there um, that wants to conversate this morning, just like I say, hop in Wayne Shaw. Now, I am trying to clip away. I don't care. I'm I don't believe there's going to be a stream in the morning. Let me just get this out of the way, and here's why. I'm going to, as kind of, because it's tomorrow's Halloween or whatever, right? So I'm going to tomorrow evening do a gaming stream, and play some Phasmophobia. Now I'm hoping that Seth will join me, and I believe because of some of her antics here as of late, I do believe she owes me that. But I'm not necessarily one to try to guilt people into doing things. Yes, you do, Seth. You 100% do, especially after that stunt you pulled yesterday. And you know what you did. You know what you did, and you owe me.
I just want to make it very clear. No matter what happens, I will not be on that stream tomorrow.
We'll see. We'll see.
You could literally like tie me up and put a fucking nail gun to my ball sack, and I would not be on that
Well,
stream.
first of all, you don't have a ball sack.
Well, actually, I do. It's just very small.
No, you
But
don't
I have a
have one.
small penis.
No, you don't have a small penis or a small ball sack, Seth.
How would you know?
Bec-
Have you
because
checked?
yes,
No, you haven't.
yes,
No, you haven't.
yes.
No, you haven't.
I'm gonna tell you how I know you don't have a small penis, a small ball
Do
sack.
you want a picture of my balls?
No, I
This
do
is a
not.
ploy to get a picture of my balls, I think.
No,
Yeah.
you don't know you didn't know what a beaver was, and if you had a ball sack and a penis, you'd know what a beaver was.
What if I'm homosexual, huh? How about that?
But you're not.
I might be. Who knows?
There's too much unequivocal evidence out there of you gooning all over women. So no,
Yeah, but it's like a friendly goon. I
no,
goon
it's
in a
not.
friendly way.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It is a perverse and just problematic, honestly, the way that you goon over some of these women.
Problematic.
Yes,
Okay.
I think some of these women you really make feel uncomfortable.
There was a vacuum in the space the moment Tipster left. Okay, someone had to fill the cracks.
You think so?
I'm doing a service. I'm doing a service.
Well, okay, but what about Review Tech? Didn't he kind of fill that spot?
No, no, because it wasn't like a known gooner thing. Like we
Oh,
needed someone to hate on who's
we had
publicly
Echo.
gooning.
We had Echo. He was a known gooner.
Yeah, but then he got ousted as well, so you know.
Okay. Oh,
I
hang on.
had to take over. Anyway, point is, I've got a big fat penis and I'm not playing that game.
No, you don't. I need to watch this. Hang on. I've just was sent something. Why is it not?
Is it clip me gooning?
I think so.
Well, it's possible.
It is. I'll have to share the screen with you so you can see this. Okay. Here we go. Because I try to be nice. Let's see what this is.
Wait, this is my. I know what this is.
So let's see what this is here. This is coming from Maggot.
This is my epic egg grilled cheese.
You know, the lack of produce that you have in your refrigerator, you have a couple of eggs and some salami, Seth.
Well,
That's
okay.
scary. That's
You
sad
know
and
what's
scary.
worse? You know what's
Wow.
worse is I don't even like salami. I don't eat salami.
Then why did you have salami in your fridge?
That was for my roommates.
Okay.
Listen, I live very frugally. Look at that egg crack though. I still get messages every once in a while about how good my egg crack is.
Your egg crack was on point. I can't deny that. Now look, I'm not going to get into the debate again about if that was a grilled cheese sandwich or that was a fried egg sandwich. Because we've had that debate at nausea, right?
Can we see the egg crack again though? I'm really I gotta explain to you the finesse that goes into my egg crack.
The finesse that goes into your egg crack. Okay,
Yeah, okay, look at this. Look at this. So this is years, look. That's
okay,
years.
yeah, but you kind of cut away.
Yeah, I mean you open the egg afterwards, but what I'm saying is like the crack motion, like I crack it
You know what? I'm
without
gonna.
it falling out or anything.
Okay,
Okay, and it's a
good.
perfect crack that falls away. No
Yeah,
shell or anything.
you did a fine job. The only other thing else I'm gonna say is there's a little bit lack of seasoning on the egg.
That is 100% the lack of the camera quality because there ended up being a lot of
Like I don't really even see no. There's see one little speck of pepper right there. That's it.
yeah, but that's a lack of the camera quality. There's more pepper on it.
Did you put any salt on there?
No, I didn't put salt on it.
We got to put a
Just
little
pepper.
bit, not a whole lot, but just a smidgen of salt.
Yeah, usually, but you know what? I was a little bit out of salt
You were out. How are you out of salt?
because I'd used it.
Okay, whatever.
But yeah, that egg crack. I mean,
The egg
that's
crack
years
was
of
the egg,
dedication.
the egg crack was on point. I can't take it away from you, but it just we're friends, right, Seth? I mean, some
Yeah,
might even
we're friends.
some might even say we're best friends, right?
Yeah.
So just between friends, that's really a fried egg sandwich, isn't it?
If you're American, perhaps that would be qualified as as an egg sandwich.
So, what is the most important component of that sandwich? The egg or the cheese?
The cheese,
Then why did you put the egg on there?
because I also like the egg. That's just to
Mm.
add a little bit to it.
Mm. Did you fry that egg hard?
What do you mean?
So did you fry where the yolk itself was
No,
done?
runny.
So when you bit into that, you're saying you had egg yolk running all down your face.
No, no, no. I'm a clean eater. I don't really get messy with it.
No, there's Seth. We're friends, best friends, some might say. I don't see you not being messy when you eat.
I'm the type of motherfucker, okay, where my taco doesn't even fall apart when I eat hard shell tacos.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I don't really have any evidence to refute this. It's just, my general
I'll
gut
I
feeling
mean,
from,
I'll I'll
knowing
I'll
you.
start doing mukbangs and you guys can, you know.
I'm gonna tell you something. The chat's really not buying it either. They're calling it cap. They're calling it bullshit, actually.
Okay, well, I don't really have any taco shells that I can prove this with currently.
Okay. All right.
How about what's something else that falls apart? A burger? People eat burgers, Missy?
No, burgers don't necessarily fall apart. No. I think if
Okay,
you
well I don't.
you want to really impress, if you have a good crispy fresh taco shell, right? And you can eat that and it not just crumble. I think that would prove your point.
Okay, so here's the thing though. I have to make the tacos myself because I don't have a good taco shop. So I'm not gonna go do that.
Well, that's not right. It's not hard. You put whatever kind of taco you want. You be chicken, it could be pork, it could be beef, whatever you want for a protein.
Yeah, but then I have to go make it.
You have to eat. I don't understand. What do you mean go make it?
Yeah, well, I was gonna be honest with you. I was planning on, you know,
Well, I would
not
appreciate
eating
that. We're
today.
friends. We're friends. I mean, honesty is important, I think, in friendship, right? You
Yeah,
weren't going
okay.
to eat today?
Yeah.
Why are you fasting?
No, I just don't feel like it. I'm a little bit lazy.
You're a bit lazy. You're so lazy that you're not even going to fix you anything to eat today.
Yeah, that's what I was planning. If I
Okay.
had to make tacos, I'd have to go to the store and I would have had to like pick things up and then go make it and then eat it. That's like
Oh,
an hour
just for
plus
my own edification and clarification. How far is the store from where you live, Seth?
in freedom units.
No, no, just in meters.
Mhm. Um, I mean, I have to walk down a set of stairs. I
So
mean,
we
I
have a
can
flight
count
of
those.
stairs, okay,
A flight of stairs.
and like what
Uh,
around the block?
oh, I also have to get out of my apartment.
You'd have to leave your apartment. Okay, I
Yeah,
understand. I
yeah.
understand.
As a flight of stairs, I have to live on the first
So
floor.
if you're walking at a moderate pace, we'll say, and taking in consideration that you don't have a real long stride when you walk because you are vertically challenged.
Okay, well,
So
that's rude, but yes.
okay, so how long would it take you, say 2 3 minutes to
To
walk
be at the store,
to walk to the store, just to get to the store? What, a couple of minutes, three
just to
minutes?
get to the store, 3 minutes is, I mean, that's pushing it. Probably 2 minutes.
So 2 minutes. So we're talking basically 120 seconds. You could be in the store. So then we give you what, maybe 5 minutes to gather taco shells, the protein of choice that you want, some lettuce, maybe some shredded cheese. I don't know if you want salsa
Yeah, the salsa and the
sour
guacamole.
cream. You like guacamole on your hey, sour cream. So we'll give you 5 minutes to gather all that up in a little basket. Go to the counter, pay for it. Another 2 minutes to walk back up. So in all, you could do all this in under 10 minutes.
15. 15.
Okay,
There's
15
always
minutes.
a line at the store.
Always a line. Okay, so 15, and that's just too much effort for you today.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I'm not gonna judge. Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. But you maybe another day. Maybe another day.
Yeah, whatever. So let's get back to this. How you're basically going to just abandon your best friend tomorrow night.
Okay, listen, I've told you explicitly. I'll play any other kind of scary, horror-ish, whatever game. I just don't want to play that particular game.
But that game is really like, I think, the quintessential party game for Halloween.
Uh, yeah, but I have my own reasons, but I don't play that game.
Were you traumatized? Was there a traumatic event that occurred while playing the game?
Yes, yes, indubitably.
Is it something that, maybe off camera, off stream, that we could um
Maybe,
talk
maybe.
about? Maybe I could help you process this and go through it as a friend would do.
I mean, I feel like it's not really as a friend would do if you're doing it for your own selfish reasons to play Phasmophobia, but uh, I'll tell you the story if you want.
Okay, okay, all right.
Um, but
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
listen, I'll play any other game.
So hang on. No, no, no. That's a lie, old man. You're old enough to know that the Ouija board is the quintessential Halloween game. Well, see, Magachan, here the joke's on you because there's actually a Ouija board in that game that you
Yeah,
use.
yeah,
So put that in your little pipe and smoke it.
exactly, Megan. It's true. He's speaking the truth, to be honest with you.
Yes. So you get to play the quintessential party game that is Halloween, and you get to use a Ouija board.
Yeah, which is
And
also just essential.
that game is full of jump scares, and it makes people scream and freak out, which, and me being one of those people. So I'll
Yeah,
just I'll just
you're
I'll
gonna have a
just
lot of fun.
I guess I'll just have to maybe round up my other friends to maybe do that.
Ned can take my spot.
Nobody could take your spot, Seth.
Oh, he's just as retarded. He can do it.
Uh, yeah, but nobody can take your spot, Seth. You're special.
That's it, baby.
You're
That's
fa-
it,
you're
baby.
you're my favorite. So,
Yeah, you're spitting, but you know.
mm-hmm. You'll just break my heart. You'll break my heart, but it won't be the first time. So,
Oh, I'm sorry about your little hard. We'll get you a new one.
give me a new one. Okay. So, is there anything new and exciting going on with you that you'd like to share with the viewers out there in the world wide world web?
Yeah, the new Tyler the Creator album's pretty good. I think you all should give it a listen.
Yeah, you've been on that for a couple 3 days now.
Yeah, it's a good album. It's worth a
I
listen.
don't know. I don't even know who Tyler the Creator is. So,
Well, it's more of a younger generation's kind of music. It's I'd call it experimental rap.
okay,
You probably wouldn't like it very much.
okay. Well, I'll
But
take
everyone
your
else
word
should go
for it.
give it a listen because it's worth it.
Well, Maggot agrees with you. She says that Tyler the Creator is the goat.
He is the goat.
Okay. All
Him
right.
and Kendrick Lamar are the current goats of the rap industry. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Hmm.
A$AP Rocky in there as well. You might want to throw Post Malone in there if you're into that.
I've listened. Post Malone has put out. He did a collab not too long ago with the Prince of Darkness, Ozzy Osbourne,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
wasn't too bad. I
Take
did
what you
take
want.
what you
That's
want.
a
I
good
I
song.
didn't mind that one too bad. And then he just put out some where he's with different country artists,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
he actually has a really good voice. So
He does. Yeah, I don't know if it's true, but I always heard the story that he wanted to do every other genre of like music before rap, but his rap was just what ended up popping off.
uh what is Maggot sending me now? What is this?
I have a gift for you.
That's 5 minutes long. Tyler, creator, funniest moments with Nardwar.
Nardwar, yeah.
That's the guy that goes around and like interviews these celebrities and stuff.
Yeah,
And he
yeah.
really has really obscure like
So yeah, the like the joke is that he knows like shit about them that he really shouldn't know,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah, exactly. He really goes let's see if I'll see if I can kind of okay. Let's see if I can kind of maybe do a little bit of this here. Let's see here.
Think you'll ever be a Tyler doll?
Probably not. Yeah, my fans will probably cut a hole in it and fuck it.
Baboom.
Oh, he's spitting.
God.
No.
Gift for you, a Fresh Prince doll
Wow. That's hot. This nigga buff.
in honor of Jaden.
That's fire. Yeah, I just left tour with him. Or he just left tour with us. That nigga at home now. This nigga, look how thick this nigga is, bro. Daddy thick. Fuck.
Tear beat.
Ah, shit. I'm so sleepy. Can you hear me try to yell? My voice is gone. You want to hear me try to yell? Shut up! I'll fuck you up! Fuck you!
Is he okay? He sounds like he may be needing some help.
No, no. That's just how he is.
Ah! The Slater
You've
beat.
definitely seen
What about
Hmm?
hold on. You've definitely seen like some Tyler clips.
Possibly.
it?
Like
Are you?
hold on. Let me
Let's see here.
there's like a
What is
2-second clip I'm gonna send
So-
you here. This is a meme that like went around everywhere.
this? This
Oh,
is a
that's
meme.
Tyler.
Why is it not? I tell you what, right now I don't know what's going
I
on.
tell you what.
Discord is not playing nice this morning with letting me click on links and stuff. I don't know what's going on here.
So that was a fucking lie.
That's it.
Yeah,
a-
you've seen that clip? Like whenever like I know people in this community who use that clip.
Probably. Well, yeah. So I get. Is he like into collectibles and stuff? Is that what? Because I notice he's got like a bunch of.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't his spot, but yeah, he's into collectibles.
Long is your Chris Craft.
That one, shit, I don't know.
What happened? Did his brain shut down on him or something?
Yeah.
14 feet, I don't know.
There,
Okay.
to the private room.
I'm drunk right now.
Where did you come from?
Yes.
Your hotel.
Today.
Sleeping.
Yes.
The back room.
Yes.
Have you been to a lot of back rooms, Tyler?
No, I fuck in the front.
It's warm my wiener.
Fuck in the front.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's such a hard line, dude.
Yeah, well, whatever.
You've been to a lot of back rooms, people.
No. I'm
No,
like
you
I'm
fuck
like
in the front.
I'm like Tyler. I fuck in the front. Exactly.
Yeah.
'Cause, if you're gonna do it, you gotta do it out there in front of everybody, right? Watch the other one.
Oh.
Maggot says it's 38 seconds. Oh God, that's what I need. It's just more
Just
people.
do it for my sake.
I think he meant.
Okay.
I think he mentioned that the back isn't kind of pulled all the way down. Actually, if we just pull it down,
Shit, Narwhal, damn.
there we go. Oh,
My bad, Nardy. You had me nervous.
well, you're in the right aisle. Oh, what do we have there?
Look at that man. Look at that smile. Zoom in on this nigga's mouth. Yes. Zoom in on that nigga mouth. Nardy.
What the? Jesus
You had me nervous.
You had me
Dude,
nervous.
He's so real for that too.
Oh God.
He's a
Yeah.
little bit fruity. That's like the thing with him is he's like he's not afraid to be a little bit fruity.
Nardi or
Oh,
Tyler?
Tyler,
Tyler?
Tyler. Yeah.
Huh. So he's zesty. Maggot says he's zesty. So anyway.
He's got those like what do you call them? Doorknob like fucking hand wrist movements, you know what I'm saying?
No, I don't think I do, but
You know
okay.
the deadbolt like you know how gay people have that wrist like where they move it
Oh,
like that?
where they do the drop type thing is what you're
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about?
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
He's not afraid to drop that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right. So what you're saying is he doesn't take stuff too serious then.
No, I think he's like bisexual. Whatever.
Oh, you think he's bisexual?
He's one of them people.
What we mean them people, Seth? What do you mean by that?
What do I mean by that?
Well, the tone in which you said them people, I mean,
He's one of them people.
oh,
You know,
okay. Okay.
the LGBTQ A
Oh,
plus.
okay. All right. All right. So, based homophobia, Maggot says.
Well, I'm one of them.
You're
Those
one of them?
people. Yeah,
You're
I
one of
can do
them?
it.
You can do it? Okay. All right. Well, Seth, I think I'm done for the day, hon.
All right, I'm gonna let you off then.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you for calling in this morning. I appreciate it.
Thank you for going live. Doing your thing.
Doing my thing? Well, I'm
Yeah, I'm doing
trying.
the little, the loose wrist hand movement.
Yeah, okay. I'm sure that'll get clipped up too. So as long as I bring
Mhm.
entertainment to people, that's what I'm here for, So
Yep.
anyway. All right. Well, listen, guys. That was Seth. Thanks for calling in, Seth. Appreciate it. That's it. That's it for the day. Like I say, I'm not planning on doing a stream in the morning. I'm going to try to get everything together to do a Phasmophobia thing tomorrow night. I'm going to try to round up some people to do it and play with and have some fun. So anyway, be watching the Twitter. I'll send out a link to it when, what time tomorrow night? It's probably going to be, I'm going to say around anywhere from 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Squatching is probably ballpark what it will be. I've got to reach out to some unsavory people, some of my friends, because Seth is abandoning me in my hour of need because she's selfish. And anyway, we'll play some past my bedtime. It is past my bedtime, Maggot. It is past my bedtime, but I sacrifice for y'all, so you I'll protect you from the ghost people. I don't need her. Well, I definitely need some protection. So anyway, be watching the Twitter over to, on the Twitter, the @Riverter. You can find me there at the Twitter. Check me out, and I will post there. I will also post a thing in the Discord. If you haven't joined the Discord, join up to the Discord. I post all my streams and stuff there as well. But anyway, until next time, guys, remember to always keep your powder dry, and I'll see you in the funny papers.